It is When Hope Calls, episode two, season two, two and two, two and two. Some of you guys will remember that. Well, we'll be back in two and two. Rest in peace, Chuck Woolery from the 80s. Hello, everybody. I'm James Lott Jr., JLJ Media. And like I said, I'm finally getting around to doing these. I watched these all kind of in a row. I had some life stuff happen, so now I'm back. So I'm sorry bombarding you. If you're new, if you're getting these fresh out the box today, you'll see it's 3 episodes. So I'm putting them out there all at the same time, and you guys can watch them and hear my opinions. I noticed, I think it's another podcast out there that's doing it. I saw a piece of that. I'm like, I need to look up their name, or you can tell me their name so I can at least give them a shout out. There's no competition or anything like that. It's very much congratulations, and they really got into it. They did like an hour and a half episode, and they were like really getting into it, and they were good. And so congratulations to them. And the more I say, the more people who talk about the show, the more buzz that can happen, the more it will stay in. I'm like, right? We want the show to last. So we're back in Brookfield. We're picking up for episode one. I feel like this is the second episode of like wrapping up a lot of last season and then setting up some stuff for this season. Sugar's still missing, the horse, which I was like, they left it hanging. I was like, okay, okay. I was like, okay. So she's out there. Uh, Now Nora, speaking of, so we got Tess trying to find Sugar. Nora's having her own. It's just it's really right now. It's really wants to uh wants to connect with Tess or Tess. Sorry, one person wants to connect with Lillian, and but she feels kind of bad. And she's not there to be, and Grace isn't there, so she's not meeting the other, the other niece. Um, and but Eleanor, of course, the woman of wisdom, is saying to her, you were a child, you're 11 years younger. So chances are you were, I think she probably was a teenager or a kid when all stuff went down. There was nothing you could do. And so that's kind of real emotion right there. I like that real emotion. Um, Ronnie and Fletcher, we got some comedy. So we get kind of the serious stuff, the family stuff. Then we got the comedy, and that's what Ronnie does. And this Michael Fletcher character is really funny. He's good. He has a great sense of humor. The actor is great. Um, Nice banter, quick wit. Um, just old war horseman out there and stuff. It's wonderful. So him and Ronnie, because he's kind of having Ronnie be like his right hand for the town. Um, Ronnie has all these ideas, and they have the council. Of course, I forgot about that. They have the council. There's like the four people on the council, which I know Maggie's part of that too. I was like, oh, that's right. So he's trying to do all that. So Maggie's parents are still in town. They're not happy, kind of like they don't see why Maggie wants to stay here. They're a little hoity-toity, right? Um, they see Sam and they're kind of like, oh, that's why you're staying. But Maggie's like, no, it's not just that. Not that, just that at all. That we just, it's like, it's just very much like, it's, yeah, it was just, I like being here. So I just kind of feel that in town. But they choose to give her an early birthday gift. It's a round the world ticket on a luxury liner to see the world. Ah, great. I'm like, bye. Okay. I mean, I would never leave Brookfield. I wouldn't. Like for a luxury liner trip. That sounds good to me. Um, and she's just kind of like, okay, thank you. Okay, great.. Like, it's like, So, but then we see a little moment, looks like a little moment between Nora and Sam. And I was like, are they really going there to do that? I started laughing. I was like, are they really going to do that? Are they going to have a triangle? Yeah, I saw there's some chemistry between them. There's some chemistry. Now, later we find out something different, but it just, at the moment, I was like, oh, I see a little chemistry there. That's just me. Um, Charlotte and the kids are upset that Sugar is missing, and Charlotte had a real attachment. And we'll find out later why it's really hitting her, which is it's very poignant and everything. But they want to help. Um, Maggie gets some advice on how to act with Sam or act on Sam to let him know what's going on. Um, Nora decides to take a really big role. She's really finding her place in the house. The girls love her, of course. The boys love her too, but the girls really love her. So she stays in the room with them. And, it was great. Maggie and Nora meet. Then Sam shows up and goes off with Nora. I was like, oh, they're really, oh, okay. I was like, oh, they're really doing this. We have the town council and Maggie, and then they want a phone. But Brookfield's too small. So you learn a little something like, you can't get a phone. They have the telegraph and telegram center, but they can't get a phone? I was just laughed. I'm like, because they're too rural. Okay. But also they're holding it in the inn and they don't want to hold it there anymore. And Debbie said her bakery's almost done being renovated, so they can hold it over there while big goods. That they all decided to put an emergency bell outside the hotel, which I have a feeling is going to come in handy somewhere down the line. Always on most shows when they mention stuff like that, it's not just for. I almost said something. We don't cuss on this. It's not just because it's going to play a role, I think, later in the season. And then Ronnie wants to give, Fearless Fletcher, Michael Fletcher, a key to the city. The first time they'd ever do that. Chantal, the first time they ever do that. So, of course, one guy's like, no, but the others are like, okay, we'll do it. Lucy Clay, who still works for Tess, meets Nora. Nora takes the kids out to help look for sugar. Harley West and Ken Newsom meet Fletcher. Ken's the one who's not that impressed. Ken was always like, he's kind of like that curmudgeon. It seems like he's just not happy about anything. He's on the council, he's not happy about anything. They mentioned Debbie not being able to sleep. It was like this random conversation. I never able to sleep. I was like, okay, so I'll give you something for it. And then Debbie, girl code, of course, was like, what's Nora doing with your man? Like she almost said like I paraphrased a little bit and added a little stuff to it. But she was like, yo, what are you doing with my man? Okay, what's your man? She's like, he's not my man. Blah blah. But she's like, no, that's your man. That's what friends are for. You don't be doing that. Nora again is really stepping in and playing the role that Lillian and Grace already played, and she talks to Charlotte and tells her about it's so like this happens. It just happens, and sometimes there's miracles, and sometimes things are not miracles, right? Ronnie sets up an interview for Michael Fletcher, of course, and apparently Mr. Fearless Fletcher has a lot of he's done a lot of stuff as a Mountie, which is kind of fun. But he doesn't even want to do this interview. He's like, what? He doesn't even want to do it. He's not really into this whole thing at all. Maggie and Lillian talk, which I thought was good. The friends are talking. They're on the porch, that big, beautiful porch. And she's telling, friends do. Follow your heart. But you will be missed, she said. Just make sure you put it in there. You will be missed. But follow your heart. Do what you gotta do. We love you. We'll be here for you. So, but you will be missed. And then Lily and Nora have a talk, and they talk about Sam. And Nora's like, wait a minute, no. I don't want Sam. He hired me as her. She said she played it as a lawyer, but she said it in a way I went to write it down. She was like, he hired me to handle like some. The way she said it was so. I like the way she said it. I can't remember what she said. You guys remember writing in the chat, but the way she said it, I love the way she said it. It was like she didn't say I'm his lawyer because he got me to handle something or whatever. It was just great. I love the way she said it. But Lillian's supposed to be leaving. So she's like waiting for Gabriel to show up. She gets a telegram from Gabriel saying some plans have changed. He's still going to try. And then the part that I thought was very cool, which again, they do such a great job on these shows, whether it's When Calls Heart or this one, why Charlotte is so distraught reminds me of her parents and losing her own mother. And the mother never came back. So it's like that's that made complete sense. It's like, oh, that's why she's taking it so hard. It's like, okay, got it. Um, there's a sequence where you see that Maggie helps everybody. Debbie, you're saying, well, great. How's your ankle over here? Great. How's it? It's like turns out she is really but she's a town nurse, but she's the one who helps everybody. And it's like, okay, she's working it out. So I was like, okay, I knew that was gonna come up somehow. It's for a bigger purpose. Then we have Nora and Charlotte who they go out again to look. They go out to look for Sugar, and they find her. They heard her; she was stuck. They found her and bring her back. Um, so Maggie meets with her parents, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna stay. Here's my travel bag. Remember, she had a travel bag. She's been all over the place. I've been all over the place. Take this with you, and here's a ticket back. Buy another one, and you guys go on your retirement, like honeymoon, so to speak. Like go out there on your own." I love that lesson. Turning it back around. It's a polite way to decline. It's a loving way to give back. And it's like, here you go. This is for you. This is for you to take this and you do it. And they're like, really? Like, they don't do themselves. Like people who retire, like, well, we should go on our own. We should go around the world. And I love that so much. They bring Sugar back to Tess. Tess is grateful. Um, Nora decides, because she's been through so much those few days, she wants to stay, of course. So Cindy Busby can stay. So she wants to stay. So I thought this was seamless. It was like, the aunt's going to stay, take the place, watch the house. Got Eleanor there to help too. She'll learn. She'll learn how the ins and outs of all these kids. But that's fine. She's going to stay. We have the key ceremony. And also, what was so cute, because Fletcher was not into all that stuff, he gives the key to Charlotte. That's, again, family, hope, all that stuff. It just warmed my heart completely. I love that. But they're all saying goodbye to Lillian. And the kids sing a song. They always, again, tug at your heartstrings, sings this cute song for Lillian. That's just her. And I'm like, okay, so the show, I'm looking going, we got about 5 minutes left. 5, 6 minutes left. What's going on here? Like, I'm like, are they going to leave us hanging and not? I mean, I really thought they might leave us hanging and not have Lillian and Gabriel not meet up. And we still didn't have Maggie and Sam still didn't get together, like to talk. Well, stay tuned, James. Keep watching the show, which I did. And both things happen. Sam goes to Maggie with a gift, a pretty necklace. He admits that on his travels, he did strike gold. He went to Nora to have help. And he actually asked her out on a date. She says yes. Gabriel, because the homegirl's on her stagecoach. She said bye. She said she had a touching goodbye with everybody. She's on a stagecoach. I mean, it was up to me as boring. I'm like, she had a book or something. I mean, I don't just sitting there. She had no passengers with her. And he rides up on that horse and decides, come on the horse with me. I'll take you to the train station, and then the stagecoach can follow. And that's how it ends. And that was so cute. I loved it. I thought, what a nice wrap up. First 2 episodes, it didn't feel rushed through. It didn't feel, the pacing wasn't off. I felt like we got new story, some old story, and medium story all at the same time. I thought episodes 1 and 2, I would give both of them a 10. I like both episodes. I thought they both were just so well done. And it's like, okay, now we can move on to the rest of the season and who's going to really be there. And that's where we stop here, and I will get to the next episode. I'm James Lott Jr. When Hope Calls After Show is on all audio streaming service platforms: iHeartRadio, Audible, Cashbox, Deezer, Spotify, all those. So get those. Check it out. I will see you. Normally it'll be on Mondays. So I'm doing the whole catch up of these 3 episodes. So normally it'll be Mondays, an episode. We'll see you next time.